again, I'm an absolutist when it comes to free speech. Congress shall make no law that abridges our freedom of speech or freedom of the press. Government should not thwart freedom of speech. Again, I'm an absolutist on that. At the same time, the person that is doing that speech is responsible for the consequences of the speech. The speech itself is free, but the consequences of the speech are an entirely different issue. If the speech results in blocking of traffic and lessening of movement, that's a problem. Not free speech, the blocking of traffic. If the person's free speech turns into giant signs that obstruct views and creates a dangerous situation on a street corner, that's the problem. Not the speech, but the blockage of views. And using, the classic line, you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, which, by the way, was never a law in the first place. And that Supreme Court case was really about trying to suppress political speech. Was it in relation to a war? I can't remember the circumstances, but Oliver Wendell Holmes, I think, was the Supreme Court justice, and he said you can't yell fire in a crowded theater, as an analogy, not as the actual law. But that particular case that they were ruling on and for the Supreme Court, that case was actually overturned by a later Supreme Court, which now, going back to Roe v. Wade, that might get overturned too. But at any rate, in my opinion, you can yell fire in a crowded theater, absolutely. But if no one moves, if people look at you and say, BS, and they all stay in their seats and nothing happens, then no one should be prosecuted for that. But if you yell fire in a crowded theater and it results in a stampede and it turns into like the Who concert in Cincinnati in 1980, where people lose their lives because they get stampled and trampled underfoot, to quote Led Zeppelin, well, then that's the problem, not the speech itself. And again, I think people conflate these as